everybody, so that's the line from Wes Montgomery from the blues Sundown. It's in the first chorus. I've attached the YouTube link so you can hear it. I was asked by somebody to talk about transcribing and learning other people's solos and what I think about that. Let me preface that with this. There is a famous statement which I will paraphrase. I say it many times. It has been said many times before me. The first step to being an improviser is to imitate. The second step is to assimilate. And the third step is to innovate. And what does that mean? Well, what does imitation mean? Imitation doesn't mean take note for note somebody else's solo and try to play like them. It means take the information that you hear and digest as much as you possibly can and try to play back what you hear. And in that way, you start to assimilate. You make it yours. You hear something, you adapt it, you make it your own, and then eventually you can innovate and springboard from there. But this is a good example of something that is an assimilation for Wes Montgomery, because this line is very Charlie Parker. But if you look at it, what's happening harmonically is it's going from C sharp minor 7, chromatically C minor 7, B minor 7, E7, and the turnaround. So what Wes does is he outlines the chords immaculately, and this is one of the first lines that I actually decided to learn to show for teaching purposes. I mean, I got a lot out of the line for myself, but it exemplifies triads so well, and let me show you. So for the C sharp minor, Wes is playing, he's outlining that C sharp minor, and he's going down here, which essentially would be a C sharp minor to an E major triad, and E major again is part of that C sharp minor. Now he's moving down a half step and just the outer notes, and remember I say you don't have to play every note of the triad. You can outline the notes from the outside or inside, pick one note, two notes. So he's got, and then he's resolving here that diatonic passage, but you can see that's going right into that B minor 7. There's the next triad right there. So he's going off of that diatonic phrase. That diatonic phrase is coming out of that B minor, D major shape, but then he's got an F sharp minor shape. Because B minor 9 has that F sharp minor in there, and you can hear all the chords. Then he goes E7, D major for E7, and then up here, that's that A7, that blues dialect. You can play it here, I play it here. And what you notice is that's very dialectic. You see that shape? There's that C sharp diminished, A major, all part of that blues sound. And again, the line. And you don't even have to have the chords going on to hear what's going on there. So I do recommend highly taking just a passage from somebody. My suggestion is just take a phrase. If you hear a phrase from somebody like that, you go, man, I want to know what that is. Then transcribe it, figure it out. If you want to write it down, write it down. But then analyze it to see where is it coming from and how can I adapt the same principles that this guy used, because that is the imitation to the assimilation process. And ultimately, you're going to take that information and hopefully you're going to innovate. So I hope this answers some questions for a lot of you guys about how I see transcription. And this is definitely a tune worth checking out. This is one of the classic Wes Montgomery Blues, one of my favorites.